Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button. I would love to see you stick around. In today's video, I am bringing you anti-MLM content. So of course, just as a disclaimer, this video is for entertainment purposes only and just my opinions. First and foremost, I wanted to say that I have been sick for the past 2 weeks at the time of filming this, so I do apologize if I'm a little extra nasally, and also I do apologize for the lack of uploads, but yeah, I was really sick and there was no way that I was going to be recording any videos over the past 2 weeks. Let's just get into the video. Let's get into this first reel.
Hey, in case no one's told you lately, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you for pushing through everything that you're going through. You are so much stronger than you give yourself credit for. And you are, hey, in case no one...
If you guys didn't get a chance to read it up on the screen, I'm gonna put the screenshot of it right here. But it says at the top, it says 20 months later and I feel better than I ever have. In the video, because of course, as per usual, I'm going to blur her face out and the name and everything, but she's using those, oh my gosh, what's it called? The little snap things, Velveeta. Velveeta is an MLM that I have yet to look into. I know the bare minimum. I know that they have like the little snap and it's like a supplement or something. But I do know that Savannah Marie did a deep dive into this company. So I will leave it in the description box below in case you want to go ahead and watch it. I'll probably go ahead and watch it as well just to kind of learn a little bit more about this company. Anyway, but the top, like I said, it says 20 months later and I feel better than I ever have. And then the smaller box in the corner, it says, when you have demons like addiction, you are careful with what you put into your body. I feel so blessed to come across something that keeps me moving throughout the day without harming my body. Liquid brain serum, forever obsessed with personal development, changing my circle and adding this brain booster. I feel like a new person. Okay. Congratulations to this person for being sober. I know that that is not an easy thing to do, and not everybody makes it to the point to be able to live a sober life and be in recovery. So I just want to say that I'm so happy that she has been able to stay sober. She has gotten herself into a better lifestyle and everything. I want to start it off with that because I don't know if I've really ever talked about it here, but I have loved ones and friends and everything who have either gone through that and are on their road to recovery or did not make it through. But what I don't like is that she's using that for her MLM pitch. I find this just... Maybe she doesn't realize that it's coming off this way. Maybe she truly genuinely thinks that she is helping people here. This could have been a possible last resort for her and she thinks she's making money, but maybe she's really not and she's losing money on the back end. So there could be a lot of maybes. I know that I said that a lot. And I'm really sorry that I'm kind of being a little long-winded here, but I'm trying to kind of tread lightly on this because I don't want to invalidate her sobriety and I don't want to invalidate her road to recovery. But I don't like that she's using that as a way to shill an MLM. I don't like that she's using that as a way to shill MLM products as well. And how she said that because of her demons of her past and now she found something that isn't harming her body and she is doing personal development. I think that personal development, for example, it has a time and place, but I personally don't believe in it. I don't read personal development type books, anything like that. I do think that there are some people who they do benefit from it, but I also think that there's other things such as, I've said this recently, such as The Secret or the Law of Attraction, which I think that are the extreme examples of something like personal development. I know that some people will say, oh, the Law of Attraction works for me, and that's great, you do you, but it's just my personal opinion. I know I'm being really long-winded here. It's just, it bothers me that she's using her road to recovery and her sobriety as a way to sell the products and also in turn sell the opportunity, because I did go ahead and look at the rest of her profile and it's all about the company that she works for. She doesn't say what company it's for. She has a link to it, and then of course it goes to Velveeta, her link for Velveeta. But yeah, I just think it's really gross to be using sobriety and the fact that she had an addiction previously and using that for this. I think that that's gross. I think it's disgusting. Y'all can disagree with me, but I don't like that. I don't. The next post is also from the same exact rep. The caption is 9 years long, so let's just go ahead and just hop right into this one. You know what makes me super mad and confused? Over the last month, I've been thinking about this. How many times have you been told you post too much? You post too little. You shouldn't say that. You shouldn't say this. You shouldn't blah, 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 blah. Okay, let me clear. I'm assuming she probably meant clear this up because the rest of it doesn't really make sense. So I'm just gonna assume that she meant to say, okay, let me clear this up. Is there a time or place to say those things as a leader? Yes, absolutely. As business owners, I believe we should remain respectful, etc., and not do certain things that lack professionalism. Yeah, that's great. I think that it's great that she wants to do more things or kind of go in the direction of being more professional, but you're not a business owner. You're an independent contractor for an MLM company. But what has turned into is lack of confidence. It has turned into Facebook being the highlight reel. It has turned into people doing nothing because they don't know what to do. I've even been down the road of questioning myself and how vulnerable I am. What the conversation should be is, let's work on you. At the end of the day, everyone's Facebook is different, right? Their friends list, their products, services, etc. I wonder if this was a copy and paste, because this was a post on Instagram and she's talking about Facebook. I know that it's Meta. It's the same. It's owned by Meta, but I think this was probably a copy and paste if she's saying Facebook on Instagram. But anyway, I've seen people post 10 times a day and be booming with interaction. I've seen people post 1 time a week and have a booming business. You teach your friends what to expect of you by being you. We are not trying to please everyone or anyone. We are trying to find our people, and that won't happen if we are, I'm assuming she probably meant here if we are constantly filtering who we are. I'm not sure. From the context that I'm getting of this post, I think that's what it was supposed to say there. But I will say that, yeah, everyone's Facebook is different. Everyone's friends list is different. The products and services that certain businesses offer, yeah, they're going to be different. But then to say that, oh, I've seen people who post 10 times a day and be booming with interaction, is that interaction from their downline and their team, or is it from actual customers who are interested in what they're selling, or people who are looking to be recruited into this company? That would be my question. Or I've seen people post 1 time a week and have a booming business. Well, is that person, maybe they are posting once a week, but are they annoying people and sliding into their DMs and being happy or being proud of being blocked on Facebook or Instagram because of how many times they bothered someone? So it's one of those things where, because I think that a lot of us have had that kind of an interaction with these MLM reps. So that's why I'm just kind of questioning that a little bit, but let's keep going. What we should be teaching is, who are you? How we can help you become confident within your space. How can we help you form your story in a confident way? Your branding in a confident way? I think that's what she probably meant. I've legit built my storytelling course based around this, and I'm excited to teach that to my team and those that have trusted me with this course, period. The online space is changing. Authenticity wins every single time. Boom, bam, shaboom. Okay, I'm done now. Okay, authenticity does... people are hoping that you are being authentic online, but we know with these MLM reps, it's not authentic. These are fake relationships. These are fake friendships. And okay, maybe I shouldn't generalize, but it's been very, very, very little amount of times that I've seen people who are actually still friends with people on their team, friends with people in their downline or their uplines and things of that nature, especially when they start speaking out against multi-level marketing. So yeah, authenticity wins because people are looking for relatability and things like that. But you're not going to get that with multi-level marketing. There's really, in my opinion, there's no authenticity within the multi-level marketing industry. And the reason why is because at the end of the day, you're trying to sell a product. You are a salesperson. You are trying to recruit people into your team. So if you're pitching someone, obviously there's a motive behind that. You want them to join your team, for example, because you want to get bigger commissions. It's not that you want to help other people win. Let's just drop the BS. It's not because you want to help other people win. It's because you want a bigger paycheck. And that's just, of course, my opinion. Maybe some people genuinely think they're helping people. But I really think that at the end of the day, more times than not, it's you just want a bigger paycheck. This next reel is, in my opinion, it kind of seems a little awkward. I know that some people are probably going to say it's a bit cringe, but something about it doesn't feel authentic, and it just feels like they're trying too hard. I think that these two women are reps for Savvi, if I remember correctly. I know that they said something about athleisure wear, but I'm pretty sure that it was Savvi and not Zaya, because Zaya is another one, but I'm pretty sure it was Savvi that they were talking about.
Girls, we're in Hawaii.
We are.
What are you doing here?
We're in beautiful Hawaii and our friend's gorgeous.
Oh yeah, I gotta see this really quickly. Tour. Okay, we'll show you later. Yeah. We'll check it out. Just check our social. It's so beautiful. And there's the ocean out that way. All right, so what are you guys doing?
We're so excited because we helped launch a company 3 years ago, a new athleisure business, a women's movement. Yes. And we're here in Hawaii expanding that.
Yes.
Here.
Launching.
Do you live in Hawaii? Are you in Hawaii?
Do you
Do you know someone in Hawaii?
Do you know someone? Yes. Do you love clothes?
Comment below.
Comment below. Let us know. You need to be here.
Girl.
Yeah, so it was super awkward. It just doesn't seem authentic. But okay, so few things with that. First of all, the place that they're staying is absolutely beautiful. It really is. It's gorgeous. But that's just a way to kind of show like the lifestyle that you can live if you're part of this MLM company. I know that they didn't say that directly, but in a way, it just kind of seems like that's kind of the vibe that they're giving off of with showing where they're staying. The part where they talked about how it's a women's movement, how is an MLM company a women's movement? I would really like to, I would love to hear an explanation on that, because as we know, with a lot of statistics, with a lot of income disclosure statements, with a lot of testimonials and people who have spoken out against multi-level marketing, it's the statistics show that most people in MLM companies are not making any money, or they're losing money. They maybe don't even break even, or if they do make some kind of profit, it's a very, very small amount for the year, annually. So I'd be curious to know, how is this a women's movement? I mean, is it a movement to stress more women out? Is it a movement for them to lose more time and just kind of and lose money in most circumstances? Because how is this some kind of a women's movement? And then just at the end, they made it seem kind of desperate, where they're like, oh, if you're here, make sure that you comment below so that we can see you, and because we're trying to expand. But in a way, it seems like they're kind of, if you wouldn't know anything about MLM companies, if you didn't know anything about that, if you didn't know that this was, in my opinion, a scam, you would see that and you would think that they're actual legitimate business owners, especially because they said, oh, we helped launch a business 3 years ago. I know that they're probably, if they're saying that they helped launch a company, they were probably there when Savvi launched. So they were probably one of the first group, I guess you could say like the first group of reps that started with Savvi. So it's probably where they're kind of going with that. But if you don't know what red flags to look for, if you don't know anything about the multi-level marketing industry, you're going to look at that and you're going to think that they're actual legitimate small business owners, and you might even reach out to them and say, hey, yeah, I'm in Hawaii. Can we meet up? Can I learn more about this? And yeah, they might join it and think that, oh, I can have this beautiful lifestyle. Like they're here and they're staying with someone, and look at this beautiful place. I don't know. The whole thing just seemed kind of awkward and it just didn't feel authentic to me, but maybe I'm just looking too much into it. I don't know. There are some comments that I got on a TikTok that I posted, and I wanted to go over them because they're more of like testimonials. So it's not like I'm reading hate comments or anything. It's just other people's testimonials. And then there was a comment that was left on one of my Facebook reels that I wanted to also go over because they're talking, you know what? Let's go over that one first, because that one's probably the most intense thing that I've been told by a rep in a long time. So this TikTok / Facebook reel, it originated off of my TikTok, and then I went ahead and posted it everywhere else. I did post it as a YouTube short, but I'm going to go ahead and play that video for you guys real quick so you kind of have some context. I got this comment the other day on one of my anti-MLM TikToks, and first and foremost, I want to say I'm so sorry to this person and their family, and my condolences to you and your family. I did already say that in my response to their comment, so it's not like I'm ignoring them or anything, but I just wanted to acknowledge that this is so, it's just so sad, and I have also lost people to cancer, so I know how hard this is. But I just wanted to say that this is not the first time I have seen MLM reps go after people who are cancer patients or who are, like this person said, dying of cancer. It is also not the first time that I have seen them go after people who have chronic illnesses, for example. That's another thing. If you don't know me, my story, I have epilepsy, and well, it's nothing compared to this. So I'm not trying to compare myself. I'm just trying to give a little insight as to what I was told when I was in Beachbody. So when I was in that MLM, they told us to, hey, if you have a chronic illness, make sure to join Facebook groups and try to see if you can, have authentic relationships. And I put that in quotes because they're not authentic, but they told us to do that, and then because you can relate to these people with the motive of eventually pitching them the products or the opportunity. But I never did that because it felt so gross to me. So to know that this happens more than I ever want, but more than I've ever even thought of, the fact that this happens at all is disgusting and effed up. And I am so sorry. I am so sorry. This is just, it's disgusting. So to any MLM reps that are watching this, don't do this. This is so effed up. On my Facebook, this is the comment that I got from a rep. And they said, oh my goodness, that's horrible. For what it's worth, not all MLM reps or companies are like that. Some of us are just trying to spread awareness and raise funds to fight human trafficking. When I read that, I had to step away for a second before I responded because I didn't want to be rude in my response, because I like to take this approach of, I prefer to be more of just, I guess you could say, like, lead with empathy or kind of lead a conversation in that way, because I know from personal experience, if someone were to tell me when I was in the MLM company that you're in a pyramid scheme or that this is a scam, or if someone approached me being hostile or anything like that, or just being rude, it would be in one ear, out the other. I wouldn't listen to it. So my response to this rep was, I am of the belief that a lot of these MLM reps have been indoctrinated into the MLM company / commercial cult. You can also spread awareness and raise funds for human trafficking without being in an MLM. So that was my interaction with that rep, and I haven't heard anything back. So unless if I missed the notification or something. But I haven't seen them say anything back to me or try to kind of combat anything that I said. But yeah, you can spread awareness for certain things like that without the MLM company. And also another thing too is that are these companies, and this isn't just for multi-level marketing, this is just in general, are these companies doing some of these types of charities or nonprofits or donating proceeds or whatever? Is it out of the goodness of their heart, or is it because they want a tax write-off, or maybe they're trying to kind of make themselves look better than they really are? Like, are they trying to virtue signal or something like that? And I know that probably not every single company is like that, but after making this type of content and looking into not just multi-level marketing scams, but other types of scamming companies and unethical companies, but after looking into so many companies after so many years, I question everything. Maybe I am jaded. Maybe it's because I've seen so much unethical behavior and business practices within all of the companies that I've looked into. So yeah, maybe I'm jaded. But I just, whenever I see that a company is talking about something like that, I do question it. I do always question it, because is there another motive behind it? Or are they really doing this out of the goodness of their hearts? Now let's go ahead and move on to reacting to some TikTok comments that I got on the same TikTok that I just shared a few minutes ago. And here it says, had pneumonia, sick AF, ex-manager came to visit me and said peppermint doTERRA would help me so much. I took a sniff of it and my O2 dropped to 89 and I couldn't stop coughing for 10 minutes. The nurse told me she's seen doTERRA people drop oils on people and it just causes asthma attacks. I think that that's so just messed up. I want to say that for a lot of these MLM companies where it's for like essential oils, or if it's more of a supplement that's supposed to be the, I guess you could say, the holistic version of a type of medication. I mean, we saw this with Amari, with the rep that I reacted to a few times, talking about how it's done X, Y, and Z. She stopped taking her medication, and then we've seen it with the essential oil people where they say that it cures this, it cures that. So I'm not shocked that someone would do something like this. It is gross, but I'm not shocked that someone did it. And that was the first comment that I wanted to go over. And then the next one, it says, when I left my fiance, my neighbor invited me to a lavish Mary Kay meeting at the spa or salon we both went to. At the meeting, the leader welcomed me and said, now you can find a man of God and a purpose, hon. I rolled my eyes and left the meeting. They thrive on those down. I want to say that these things are shocking to me, but they are definitely not shocking to me whatsoever. This is something that, yeah, they prey on people who are vulnerable or in a vulnerable state. The following one says, I have narcolepsy. Thankfully, every single MLM out there has the cure, but none of my doctors ever have. And yeah, that's the thing, is that I've seen some of them say that this is a cure for this or this is a cure for that. Let me just stop and say that if you ever see that, please report it to the FTC and your state attorney general, along with just bring that up with the compliance department for the MLM company. The compliance department most likely won't do anything anyway. But if you file with the FTC and your state attorney general, the more complaints that these people see, that these government entities see, we just need to make sure that we're protecting consumers here and reporting people who are saying these types of things. And I know that some people will say, oh, well, you're going to report the mom, the single mom of whatever. And let me just say, yeah, it sucks, because I do think that all MLM reps are victims. They are, but a victim can also become a perpetrator. And in addition to that, if someone is spreading really dangerous information, like saying that, oh, my MLM product has the cure for, like this person said, narcolepsy. I know that they were being sarcastic in their comment here, but let's say that someone does say, oh, I have the cure for this. That is dangerous, because what if they come across someone who isn't like this person, who knows that this is incorrect? What if they come across someone who is at their wit's end and they're willing to take it instead of their medication, and then something bad happens to them? It becomes fatal. Or they end up in a hospital and there's so many things, so many bad things can happen with this kind of information. So that's why it sucks. Yes, it does. But if someone is putting that kind of information out there, the rep who I reacted to, I just talked about it, who I reacted to, who is in Amari, she was making really dangerous claims, and she said that she stopped taking her medication cold turkey. She said it in the actual video that I was reacting to, that she quit taking her medication cold turkey, and she listed off these mental health issues that she has, and it is so dangerous, because if you say that, if someone sees that and they think they could do it too, that can end very badly. This comment says, I had one rep tell me I'd be able to go off my medication that is keeping me alive and cure my terminal illness. She messaged me 2 times as I was laying in the hospital dying. Out of courtesy, she sent it in English and Spanish, and what's worse is she knew I was there, meaning like in the hospital. That's just, I can't believe that, because not only is she trying to message this person and she knows that this person is in the hospital, but in addition, she's sending this information in 2 separate languages, because I'm assuming by the languages that she's talking about here, that she also speaks Spanish. Maybe Spanish is her first language. I'm not 100% sure because I didn't ask, but that could just be a possibility here. That's disgusting that you are messaging someone who is dying in the hospital. Obviously, they are okay now because they left this comment, but this person was dying in the hospital, and you're sending them information about your multi-level marketing company? The fuck is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? This kind of shit really pisses me off. And I know that I've tried to keep this channel family friendly. I've tried not to swear, but sometimes it really pisses me off. Then there's this comment, and it says, when my mom was going through her health issues, the oil and supplement Huns came out of the woodwork in droves. Another person whose mom was also a cancer patient didn't have a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of, but she had a house full of MLM garbage that her friends sold her. That to me is just, I am so sorry that some of these people had to experience this, especially because they're in these vulnerable situations and they're dying, they're in the hospital, they have cancer, they have other terminal illnesses. It needs to stop. It really does, because some people say, oh, anti-MLMers, they're such haters and this and that, and you're here making these videos, you're just bashing people. Well, but we need to educate people about these MLM companies, because they're clearly still taking advantage of people who are in a shitty position, who are just in a situation that they have no control over, who are vulnerable, who are dying. Actually think about that for a second. There are reps going after people who are dying, who are in hospitals, who have terminal illnesses, and they know, according to these people, I'm going to give these commenters the benefit of the doubt that these reps did know about their situation, but how dare they? How dare they do that? That is disgusting. So that's why I'm still here talking about these types of things. I know that it's it's kind of all over the place, and I know that I haven't uploaded in a little bit because of being sick for 2 weeks, but I'm going to leave it there. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, and I will see you guys next time. This is Monica reporting to you live from a highway. Bye!